Hello, everyone. There's this misconception that everything that happens that involves violence in America is tied to Donald Trump and his supporters. And I said in my videos a while back, I made a couple of videos. I didn't realize it's been 2 years since I've been making these videos. But a year ago, I'm taking these, my allergies are really in full swing. Okay, this little piece of dry patch is going to bother me. All right. All right. So let me see if I can get it right.
Who are pushing the Civil War narrative, and it's largely Trump supporters engaging in the political violence and domestic terrorism. In fact, we know that 3 Trump supporters have been killed in clashes with law enforcement. Violence began rising in 2016, you'll be shocked to hear, around the time of Trump's first run for the presidency. It's Trump supporters who are pushing the Civil War narrative, and it's largely Trump supporters engaging in the political violence and domestic terrorism. In fact, we know that...
No, Mendi, it is not. No, Mendi, it is not. You see how he's pushing that narrative? So I've been talking about this for decades. The violence in America, the unsettling in America. He completely overlooks the fact that Americans have been unhappy for the past 20 years of all of the immigrants that have been flooding into this country. Just because he wasn't talking about it, it doesn't mean that it hasn't been happening. Black people haven't been happy about it. White people have not been happy about it. Hispanics haven't been happy about it. Italians and Irish, we've not been happy about it for a long time. Indians haven't been happy about it. Native Americans haven't been happy about it. Asians haven't been happy about it. Understand, when I say immigrants and migrants, I mean the ones that are coming here illegally. I mean the ones that have said the asylum process is taking too long. We want to cut the line. I'm not talking about the immigrants who got in line, filled out their applications, right? Because it's a long process. The reason that the immigration process takes a long time is because they want to make sure that these are people who want to come here, make America their home, bring their family and their kids over here in a staggered process, because they have to be checked out and make sure that they aren't going to be fascists or they haven't joined some group and that they're going to attack us and kill us. So it is a long process. It is a years or 2 or 3. It's a 5-year process altogether. But when you claim asylum and you come over here with your immediate family, and then you reach back and you bring your parents and stuff, that whole process takes time. And your brothers and your sisters. The people, the immigrants that have come over here that have gone through that process, they're of every race. And they come over here and they get their work visas and they go to school and become doctors, homeowners, business owners. That's always been the process. And usually it's supposed to be like 55 at a time. But in America, over the last, 20 years, they've been allowing 100 to 200. They've increased the number. Well, that wasn't good enough for motherfuckers. So they start gaming the system. And then they started letting them come over here by saying, well, there's a war in our country and we're not safe anymore. So then they started letting them come over there like that. And then that wasn't good. So that's how it got to be. Now we're up to 100,000 a year. And so this is why people in America kept getting more upset and more upset. But, what can you do? We're not heartless people. But 100,000 is different than 1 million. 1 million is different than 7 million. 7 million is different than 100 million. When the fuck you gonna stop? Never? So what has happened is over the last 20 and 30 years, there's so many of them that have gained the system because now they're flooding in. And the places that they're flooding in, the borders that they're flooding in, it affects the people that support the Trumps because they're coming into their land. They're not coming in at the borders. There's no borders at the inner cities. The borders is on the land where the Trump supporters are at. Mostly Trump supporters are at. So that's why they're crying and hollering the loudest. If the borders was at the cities, you'd hear the people in the cities crying, hollering the loudest. So let's fast forward to today. You got an idiot like this, Mendi, Hasan, himself an immigrant, saying that this is just since Trump been in office. I've been making videos saying, do not blame Trump. Trump is the mouthpiece. And those people are supporting him come hell or high water because they know you can't stomp Trump down. And the reason you can't stomp Trump down, the reason why he's no longer a Democrat is because he messed up in the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party puts on a facade. There's levels to the Democrat Party. It's all bullshit, but there's levels to the bullshit, just like there's bullshit in the Republican Party. But the least of the bullshit is with the progressives. So it used to be. Now you got progressives like that Garcia guy. He'll call himself a progressive, but he's not a true progressive. Because the true progressives understand that you still got to get in line. We're not against immigrants, but we're not for immigrants coming over here in the millions at one time. Because we ain't got no place for the motherfuckers that's here to go. In Plainfield, in New Jersey, about 4 or 5 buildings just got condemned. Displaced a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans. Where y'all going? Puerto Rican guy said, they need to take a hotel and put us in a hotel. The mayor of Plainfield had no place for them to go. Want to know why? Because what is Plainfield? Plainfield, New Jersey, is a sanctuary city. Guess who's being housed in the available housing in the sanctuary cities and the available apartments in the sanctuary? See, I just took motherfuckers to court for this. I still want to take them to court because they cheated and they think they won, but they haven't. I just had some issues I had to deal with. But in those available apartments that would have been available for you Hispanics that just got put out are all of these illegal immigrants. So Puerto Ricans are Americans. Y'all motherfuckers ain't got nowhere to go now. So all y'all shit was out on the street. They gave you 24-hour notice and you had nowhere to go. There was no hotel. Right? Didn't have no hotel for you to go to because all goddamn hotels were full. They had the street see where they could shove y'all in, homes that they could open up and put y'all in, a theater that they could put y'all in, the high school. They putting Americans in the high school because all the hotels and the available apartments, they got the immigrants in. Oh, bitch, sent that. But I'm sitting here making these videos. Y'all motherfucker thinking I don't make no sense. And I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right? They have no apartments to put y'all in. Because they got what? Sanctuary city. All the apartments and the funding spent on these motherfuckers. Because they decided to illegally come to the country. And once they illegally come here and claim asylum, now they're legally here. Well, who did that? Who did that? Hispanics, because y'all motherfuckers don't want to go out there and vote for Democrats. Progressive Democrats. So that's your fault. I said the same thing to my black people. I'm saying the same thing to you motherfuckers. It's your fault. Stop voting for Republicans. Y'all the motherfuckers that go right out there and vote for Republicans. Stop doing it. It's Republicans that cut the funding to the programs that y'all need. And I guess you figure, oh, we'll look out for our immigrant buddies because it could be us. No, it can't be you because you motherfuckers are Americans. Puerto Ricans are Americans. You're not immigrants. You're not in the same position. If you're from Hawaii, you're an American. Fuck. God damn it. When you work, they take money out of your check. When a migrant works, they don't have any taxes taken out of your check. Taxes out of your check, they take local taxes out. They take state taxes out. They take federal taxes out. So collectively, we pay for the programs that when something like that, like your building gets the fuck condemned, that's where they come up with money, $1 million, so that they can find shelter for you in case you get displaced. Well, what they're doing is taking your taxes and finding places for them motherfuckers that don't pay no taxes. That makes sense now? Then you got a motherfucker like this come on TV and say, oh, these Trump people. You know what these Trump people are mad about? They're mad because these illegal immigrants, instead of staying in their country, marching in the street like we did when we were younger, coming up, instead of volunteering like we did, instead of going out and being at city council meetings like we did, yes, and I took my fucking kids with me to make sure we put people in office that made sure that they had programs for us, programs for our kids, programs to help the other people in our community. That's why I did that. That's why I've been an advocate. That's why I vote. That's why I volunteer. I don't do as much volunteering. I'm not as much of an advocate as I was when I was in my 20s and my 30s, but this is why I was out there. My kids, your kids, my neighborhood, our programs, right? This is why I was involved when I was young and my body was young and I could take it and I could stand up and I could march and I could stand on a corner and my voice was strong and I could use a bullhorn. I'm older now. I'm tired. I'm not doing that. But y'all don't even go out there. Y'all don't even care. I'm still volunteering, just on the lower level. But this is what y'all got to do, you young people. This is what y'all need to be doing. Now, there's no programs. There's no funding. Because everything is going to 100 million motherfucking illegal immigrants. And I just did a video. It's on my channel. It's 3 hours. Of course, you can't watch a video that's 3 hours. But if you watch it a half hour at a time, there's time stamps. These people that are coming to this country, we're sending tens and hundreds of millions of dollars to their country. For what? The citizens are coming here. Why are we sending our tax dollars to their country? Why? It makes no sense when your citizens are coming here and going to other countries. Why do we have... But they can't give us money for the people to bring us out of poverty. I can't get you motherfuckers to vote for somebody, to put somebody in office in the 21 counties, right? Because there's people running on what the committee that I'm sitting on. There are people running. I can't give y'all a name on the committee that I'm sitting on. I'm not even on the committee. I just volunteer. But I can't give y'all the name of those people and ask y'all in your county to go out and vote for this person. Because this person will help y'all in your county. I'm not going to stop trying. I'm not going to get frustrated. But this is why I make the video. One is for me so that I can look back. Because I still make the videos for myself. But two, this is my contribution because I physically can't get out and do the walking and the advocating anymore. I have limited mobility now. So so this is my little contribution. Y'all ain't gotta listen to me. I've been there and done that. But your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids, they ain't gonna have nowhere to live in America. Because them immigrants is coming here and they're getting in office and they're going to change that rule that says only 55 or 100,000 immigrants can come here at a time. They're coming to this country over that border, through that border, around that border, under that border, and they are laying eggs. And it only take 18 years to become an adult. And in them 18 years, those kids are having babies, and then their babies are having babies. And guess what? The country is changed. So 100 million people have landed on the, even have landed on the borders of this country. In 20 years, those 100 million people are going to be 200 and 300 million, because those 100 million about to have babies. Where you think we going to be living at? So when I tell you, and I said this in 2021, I believe it was June. No, it was September 2021. I said there's going to be a civil war. And I said, I'm going to sit in my house and listen to Leontine Price. Okay, her name is Leontin, but I call her Leontine Price. This is the ordine. This is the amore. Y'all gonna be out there thumping. Okay. I'm storing up my little chestnuts. And I'm gonna stay in this motherfucking apartment of mine, or wherever I'm gonna be living. And I'm gonna watch y'all fuck each other up. I'm gonna watch y'all shoot each other in the streets like dogs. Because that's what it's coming to if they don't shut down the asylum program in this country. Those people are gaming the system. They even have a system where, oh, we'll tell you where the drugs are coming in, and then we'll give you asylum. You're going to give asylum to the people that are running the drugs? Goddamn whole country full of fentanyl. Y'all about to put the people in Congress, the thugs, out of that have come over here with the fentanyl, are now in Congress in a suit, making the laws for this country, changing the immigration laws. But you won't give Black people reparations to bring us out of poverty. You won't give white people reparations by lineage, Black and white people, there's not that many of us, to bring us out of poverty so we can, in our communities, build our communities, and then everybody else that's already been here, not the new immigrants, but the immigrants that have been here. See, I was very specific in my video when I said that. And all the Puerto Ricans and the Hawaiians and the island Pacificers that are already Americans that have been in this country already. You won't give us weekly payments, money for the people that are exempt from everything, because see, the money is to stay in America and build up our individual communities. So we know who's who. It's not to take and move to another country. It's to build up our economy so we stop relying on other motherfuckers. See, that's who we need to be voting into office. Right? It's just tax money that we're allocating to us the same way they do with the treaties. That's why I got the video running over and over again. You give us the money and allocate it to us just like you do with the treaties. And if everybody stop arguing with each other about who's Democrat and who's Republican, give us that money. Let us build our communities. It's not about race. It's not about race. I gotta go. Cut this video up, because one day what I'm saying is going just to snap in your head. Otherwise, you're going to have 100 million motherfuckers in this country like Representative Robert Garcia. His whole plan is to bring immigrants over like him. Now do you see why MAGA is MAGA? Now do you see why they say, we don't care that Donald Trump is a racist. We don't care that Donald Trump raped that lady. We don't care that he took the money that was supposed to be for the campaign and spent it on a hooker. We don't care that he took money from his nonprofit company and spent it on what God knows what. We don't care because we know that this man wants to keep those illegal people out of our country. The problem is, no, he doesn't. He don't want to keep them out. He don't want to keep out the Russians, and he don't want to keep out the Germans. What Donald Trump wants to do is he wants to let them in and get rid of the people that's saying that he's supporting them and bring in the other white meat. But they haven't figured it out. They haven't figured it out. Oh, Lord, it's a mess. Have a good day. But there is going to be a civil war. A lot of people ain't gonna make it.